Let me paint you a quick picture. A homeowner is standing in their kitchen with a leaking pipe. They pull out their phone and say, "Hey Google, who's the best plumber near me?" They don't scroll, they don't click, they don't compare 5 websites, they just listen.
An AI voice reads out one name, one business, one recommendation, and that's it. Decision made.
Now, here's the uncomfortable question. Was that business you? Because if it wasn't, you didn't just lose a click. You lost the customer before your website even had a chance.
That's the shift we're talking about today. Search hasn't just evolved, it's been completely rewritten.
And if you don't understand what's happening right now, your business is slowly becoming invisible.
But before we continue,
Make sure you pound that like button.
and subscribe to our channel to get our latest videos on AI.
And drop your thoughts in the comments section. We want to hear from you.
Today, we are unpacking an absolutely massive tectonic shift in digital marketing. If you want a business, you really need to wake up to this. For the last 20 years or so, the entire internet was built on one simple transaction. Someone searches for a question and they click a link to visit a website for the answer.
But that era is ending. Today, we're looking at the zero-click revolution, and we're going to explore exactly how you can future-proof your business by moving from traditional SEO to what's known as GEO.
Okay, let's just dive right into the deep end with this stark reality. 60%. Right now, over 60% of all online searches end without a single click to any website. Just think about what that actually means. The majority of the time a potential customer is looking for a solution, an AI overview or generated snippet is giving them the exact answer right there on the search page.
The search ends, and the user gets what they need without ever leaving the search engine. And honestly, the urgency gets even clearer when we zoom in on our phones. On mobile devices, that number jumps to a staggering 77%. More than 3/4 of mobile searches are zero-click. People are walking around speaking into their phones, asking for local plumbers, marketers, or stores, and the AI is simply reading the answer back to them.
If your entire marketing strategy relies on getting website traffic, you're becoming invisible to over half your audience. Now, don't panic. We're going to break down exactly what the zero-click search revolution is, what GEO exactly means, how it compares to SEO, the secret to how AI chooses its sources, and then we'll wrap up with a tactical playbook for small businesses and how to measure your new authority. All right, part 1, the zero-click search revolution, shifting our focus from traffic to trust. First things first, we've got to shatter this old illusion that fighting for raw page views is the only metric of success.
Because here is the massive silver lining. While your overall website visits might be dropping, the visitors who do arrive from AI-generated responses are actually 4.4 times more qualified than traditional search traffic. Just let that sink in for a second. They've already had their preliminary questions answered by the AI, and the AI cited you as the authority. So by the time they do click through or pick up the phone, they have unbelievably high buyer intent.
Moving on to part 2. What exactly is GEO? Basically, it's about becoming the answer. So if nobody's clicking, how do you even survive, right? Well, the answer is Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO.
It ensures your brand wins the awareness battle by being the literal answer that tools like ChatGPT, Perplexity, or Google AI overviews read out to the user. It's the practice of tailoring your digital footprint so that AI engines synthesize and cite your business as the primary source. Whether the customer clicks your link or not, you are the recommended authority. Let's look at part 3, SEO versus GEO.
It's a fundamentally different game. Traditional SEO is totally hyper-focused on rankings and clicks. You're optimizing your own website to show up in a list of blue links, right? But GEO focuses on citations and authority. And here's the real kicker.
That requires third-party validation scattered across the web, not just on your own site. Think of it this way. If traditional SEO is like making sure your name is listed in the phone book, GEO is making sure you're the trusted expert that everyone actually calls, quotes, and recommends.
I love this quote because it perfectly anchors this whole concept. The goal of search marketing has fundamentally shifted. You no longer fight for the click, you fight for the citation. That right there is your new mantra. Your goal isn't just driving raw traffic anymore, it's becoming the undeniably citable source in your industry.
When someone asks an AI who the best provider is, you want your name to be the output. But hold on. Before you go and fire your SEO agency, check this out. 99% of the sources AI actually cites in Google AI overviews come directly from the top 10 organic search results. Only 1% comes from other sources.
So you absolutely cannot just throw away your old playbook. SEO is still the vital foundation that you build GEO on top of. You still need to rank well organically for AI engines to even consider citing your content. SEO gets you in the room, but GEO gets you the microphone.
Part 4, How AI Chooses Sources. Let's pull back the curtain a bit. AI engines aren't just, randomly picking websites out of a hat. They actively hunt for a highly extractable structure in something called factual density. Literally, content that is packed with specific statistics, named studies, and concrete examples gets cited twice as often as vague generalized content.
They also crave EEAT signals. That's your experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. This means they want clear content structure, they want fresh data, and they are aggressively looking for third-party validation like form mentions and current reviews. In all those signals, they build up what's known as your entity authority. In the eyes of an AI, your business is an entity, and this authority acts like a giant digital resume scattered all across the web. The AI is scanning platforms like Yelp, Reddit, LinkedIn, and industry directories to see if your footprint is consistent and trusted.
The more coherent and positive that scattered picture is, the more likely the AI is going to cite you. And this brings us to a truly empowering, real David versus Goliath moment for this entire explainer. GEO actually levels the playing field for small local businesses. Seriously. In traditional SEO, a massive national brand with a huge budget is almost always going to outrank you. But with GEO, a local plumber who has incredible, highly specific reviews, consistent directory listings, and hyperlocal relevance can totally beat a national brand's massive budget when a user asks for a local recommendation.
AI heavily values geographic specificity. All right, part 5, GEO Tactics for small businesses. This is your low-cost playbook. So how do we actually put this into action without needing some marketing team?
Well, step 1, start right now by auditing your consistency. Claim your profile so your NAP, name, address, and phone number is completely identical everywhere. Step 2, write direct answer content and FAQs. Put the real answers right in the first 100 words of your site. Step 3, coach your customers to leave hyper-specific reviews that actually name the service and their location.
And finally, step 4, try to publish some original local data or case studies every single month. Finally, measuring your new authority. Let's look at the zero-click metrics. Because traditional website clicks are down globally across the board, we really have to redefine what success looks like. You've got to stop obsessing over traditional website traffic and bounce rates.
Instead, look at the new GEO metrics. Start measuring your AI share of voice, literally just asking ChatGPT about your industry to see how often you are cited. Instead of just organic keywords, track your brand search volume to see if AI is recommending you by name, and swap out bounce rate anxiety with a focus on review, velocity, and quality. If your lead quality is going up even while your raw traffic dips, your GS strategy is working beautifully. I want to leave you with this final kind of provocative thought to check on your own business right now.
Pull out your phone right after this explainer, open up ChatGPT or a Google AI overview, and just ask it for the best provider in your town for your specific service. Are you the answer? Because if you're not, I guarantee your competitors soon will be. Start building that citation authority today.
All right, let's bring this all together because this is a massive shift.
Yeah, and it really comes down to 3 big ideas we covered today.
First, the zero-click reality. Over 60% of searches end without a click, which means traffic is no longer the primary goal. Visibility inside AI answers is.
Second, GEO versus SEO. SEO gets you ranked, but GEO gets you cited. And that citation is what builds trust before a customer even reaches out.
And third, how AI actually chooses who to recommend based on things like factual content, structured answers, and what the rest of the internet is saying about you.
Right, and that's the game changer. Your reputation isn't just on your website anymore, it's everywhere.
So if you're listening to this and thinking, what should I really remember? Here it is.
Number one, you're no longer competing for clicks. You're competing to be the answer.
Number two, your authority is being built across the entire internet, not just your website.
And number three, the earlier you start building that authority, the harder it becomes for competitors to catch up.
All right, let's make this practical. Here's your action item for this week.
Pull out your phone, open ChatGPT or Google, and ask 3 questions your customers would ask, like, who's the best your service near me?
And then be honest. Does your business show up?
If the answer is no, you've just identified your biggest growth opportunity.
Because the businesses that start fixing that today are the ones that will own their market tomorrow.
Start building your citation authority now, because in this new world of search, being seen isn't enough. You have to be the answer.